Hello. This is a Pub in the Life, and we are here with Mom. And as you can probably hear, Mom is basically having a sore throat, and she is trying our best to just keep the podcast going. But frankly, it's quite hard to be able to pull this off with this sore throat. So yeah, this is probably the issue right here. But it's a it's been a long day of lots of interesting things and an interesting week around recovery from the ability of actually having a party, so to speak. So where Mom basically just literally partied a bit in her week, and lots of stuff at work actually as well. And there are many things that we learned in this week. Many things that we are willing to share. And one of the things that we have, we left you with a pretty couple of long episodes around diversity, diseases, approach to life, and stuff like that. And the thing that popped out to mind lately was how nobody is coming to help you, and no free lunch exists. Nevertheless, you can find yourself a group of people that is willing to help you out in some things by giving them something in return. But let's just say that nobody is actually doing the work for you. So what do we mean by this? Mom is actually building right now an advisory board in her company. And what's key to understand here is how it all began. So it was actually an advisor who suggested Mom build an advisory board because he thought, it's quite easy to get people for their work. It's actually, they're called employees. For their knowledge, they're called consultants. It's actually good to get people for their money, and they're actually called investors. But one other thing is getting people basically for their network. And those people are namely advisors, advisory board people. So people that you actually engage with because they have something more to offer, that it's not just money or skills or knowledge and their time. All of those things are put together in what an actual advisory board is. But the thing about this is not how this is built, what it actually is, etc., is why is this important? Because if you face a challenge, no matter which challenge, let's say you're facing a challenge of, fundraising, which might be the case for Mom. You're trying to fundraise, and the classical approach to fundraising is cold emailing, cold calling, connecting with people. In general, the classical approach that always works when you need to sell something. But truth of the matter is, it's quite easier to find your way to people if you leverage the network of somebody else. Why? Because trust is higher, because it's not the person, it's actually somebody else proposing the deal, and because these people might just have a longer relationship with somebody else that you might even know or might not even know. So this is why I'm talking about how nobody is actually coming to save you, but in all honesty, what you're trying to get here is the ability of somebody helping you in terms of giving them something in return, which might be, for example, a tiny amount of shares. Now, why is this important? Because you are actually buying somehow, because you're buying their time, which is the most important thing, and their network, worth of maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 years of experience that these people maybe don't even know whom to give them to. And in general, they probably even feel empowered by the fact that they're sharing this with somebody younger and inexperienced. Because let's face it, usually founders, especially the people who struggle with these things I'm talking about, as a dog, they are inexperienced. And the thing is, don't expect them to do the work for you. So nobody is coming to save you, okay? Nobody is coming to save you. But if you work hard enough, if you create the right connections, you're probably gonna find someone who is willing to help you with something else and with something in return. Don't believe in anyone who says they're gonna help you and they don't want anything in return. Maybe you don't see it now, you might see it just in the future. And the thing about it is, if you don't put yourself in the shoes of these people and you don't really know how to talk with them, you're not going to get to them. So basically, you're not finding your way to them because you're speaking two different languages, which is usually the case. Stop looking for money where money is not the final achievement, the final thing that you can take out from these people. Take into consideration that for some people, it might be even offensive to ask them for money because it's not money what you're looking at. It's not the most powerful thing. And on the other hand, how do you account? How do you give a value to their time, their pieces of advice, their network? How do you do it? It's quite hard, no? So best thing is trade their knowledge and, find your way to those people like that. Now, it's going to be hard, but if you go to the right people, these people are willing to help because they're at a point in their career where they've seen it all, because that's what you're looking at. You're looking at a wiser, older version of you, or somebody that maybe looks like you or had the same struggles that you did. Maybe not in the same sector, but you never know. So please take this into consideration as the paramount thing to remember when you account to talking to people like this, and to deal with the fact that nobody is coming to help you. But if you look hard enough, there is a way to make some of these things work. Cool. I will send you lots of kisses, hugs, and a bit of barks.